Hi, Trudy Lynn. Thanks for meeting with me today.
You're welcome.
So, Trudy Lynn, I know we've met before online, but I just want to go real quickly. If we end up losing connection, go ahead, click that link that I sent you, and we'll connect back on here. And if that doesn't work, we can always connect and meet by phone. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, and it's a whole lot easier than coming in. So I really appreciate you meeting with me like this.
Oh, you're welcome. It's good to see you again. I know last time when we met, that was about a month ago, and we were talking about some financial stuff, and that's was now out of the way as far as I know. Is there any changes there?
No, and you really helped me just understand a little bit more of the supports that I could tap into. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. So we talked about last month that we would meet today to do our annual review, and I'm thinking we'll probably have about 20 minutes to meet today to talk about that, where you're at now, and any supports you're needing moving forward.
Okay.
So before we get started, how are you doing right now? How are things going for you today?
Um, they're okay. I just find that like cuz since my accident and stuff like that, like life has just changed so much, and like now that like I'm not working and I'm on disability and stuff, like I just find like initially everybody came around to see me, and but like now, like it's not that I'm sitting here expecting everyone to come see me, but it's a lot easier for people to come see me than me get out. I just find that I'm just starting to get kind of lonely, and I don't know whether it's clinically depressed, but I'm just feeling really down.
Okay. So you noticed a shift with your emotions since the accident and
Mhm.
being
Mhm.
at home, and just things are different.
It's just really hard. Like I used to be like a really positive person, and I just feel like I'm extra irritable and I'm just extra cranky, and I just feel, I don't know, like just this tightness in my chest all the time. And I don't know. I just feel like I'm so tired of seeing the same walls around me and stuff.
Okay.
I
So,
feel, yeah, I just feel useless.
um, so you're really aware of these heightened emotions that weren't there before.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mhm. Is that something that you'd like to talk about today? Or is there something else that you feel I can support you with?
Well, no, that would probably be good. Like, I was just thinking, like I don't really know what it would look like or how it would come about, but like some people don't like working, but like I really liked working, and I know that's maybe not in the cards right now, just with the amount of physio that I have and the amount of like just physical doctor appointments that I have going on. Like, however, like I just thought like even if I could like do volunteer work or something, like just read to people like in an old age home, or I don't even know, right? I just maybe they wouldn't even want me. I don't know, but I was just thinking it might be good if I could get out.
Okay. So you mentioned that you've noticed a shift in your emotions, and um, there's a part of you also that is recognizing you're in this process of recovery and seeing a lot of your physio, your doctors, and so on. Is just before we go into talking about maybe getting out, I'm just wondering, is there somebody you've talked to about those heightened emotions that you're experiencing right now? Is that somebody, have you talked to your doctor or anybody else that
Um,
spoke
just like
about
my
it?
doctor, like just my doctor, he said like that he's seen that kind of thing before, like when people have been pretty active in the community and then they get injured and then they're kind of like shut in kind of thing, that it's kind of normal is what he said. But then he just kind of asked about my eating and, you know, suicidal and stuff like that. And I'm not bad. I just feel sad, right? But that he didn't recommend anything. He just said that like we would keep the conversation going kind of thing.
Okay. Is that something you feel comfortable with working with him or talking to him about?
Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's okay.
Okay. So you also mentioned that you're wanting to get out while you're in this recovery process, that you're wondering about getting out there, whether it be volunteering or working in some kind of capacity. That's something that you were doing before your injury, and something it sounds like you want to be doing again.
Yeah, I just think that like maybe if I just didn't feel so alone all the time, like maybe I would feel a little lighter.
Mhm, mhm. You want to get around people.
Mhm. Yeah.
Is that something that you would be okay to talk about today? Is maybe getting out of the house and what that might look like for you?
Yeah, I think that would be good, right? I think that would be good. Yeah.
So when you envision getting out of the house, what is it that you would hope for?
Mm, well, I don't know exactly, but I just sort of feel like even like it would be way too much for me to like do it every day or every other day get out. Like it's just such a schmozzle, such an ordeal just to get out. But I was thinking like even if it was like a couple times a week and I just got out and like I volunteered somewhere that like genuinely needed a volunteer, not like some sort of like, I'll have this like lady that got injured come help us out because it makes us feel good. Like I don't want to be like a charity case. Like I want to go somewhere where I genuinely feel like I could contribute something. So I still have right now like the use of my hands and my mind, and I can see and I can hear. So like I don't know if I could just help somewhere for a few hours a couple times a week. I think that would be good.
So you want to offer some of the things that like your mind, you got your hands, and when you think about going out there a couple hours a week, is it something that you see being paid for, or something that you feel just contributing to the community, for example?
Yeah, just like volunteer, just contributing an unpaid volunteer position, right? And I think then like the odd time I'm in a lot of pain and like it, you know, I like to be reliable, but like I'd feel horrible if they were paying me and I didn't show up. I know it's still important to be reliable as a volunteer, but I wouldn't feel as bad if I had a conflicting doctor's appointment or I
Sure.
just was having a really bad pain day if I couldn't make it.
Something where you had some flexibility.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, flexibility.
Okay. So how confident are you, say on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being high, how confident are you that you'd be able to start stepping out and volunteering in the community a couple times a week? How confident are you that you could start doing that, let's say, um, in the next 2 weeks?
Mm. I'm not very confident. Like I really want to, but like maybe like a two or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. Yeah, I just haven't like really been out and seen a lot of people in a long time and don't live in a really big community. So like a lot of people just haven't seen me since I'm not really mobile and I kind of cringe at the idea of people staring at me. I'm kind of a self-conscious person anyway. So I'm not really fully prepared for that, I don't think.
Okay. So you're wondering what it might be like when people start seeing you out and about in the community.
Yeah, and like in some people, not everybody, but we kind of got like what I call an old school kind of community. And some people are, they sort of think if you've got like a physical disability, somehow that's affected you mentally in some way. so they start treating you like you're like a child or a total invalid, or I just, that would, I'm, I'm not very patient, and that would probably really irritate me too. I might say some things that aren't very nice.
You want them to see that you are still capable.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Right? Exactly.
Mhm. You're wondering if they're going to see your limitations and not your capabilities.
Hmm. Yeah.
So you mentioned you were 2 as far as being confident. What do you feel you would need to increase that confidence that you could make that step out or take that step out into the community and start volunteering? What do you feel you would need to increase confidence?
I think that, like, maybe if like wherever I was just going in the community, I just kind of went straight there, no pit stops. And that the place that I was going, I knew like for a fact that they definitely were like in dire needs of volunteers, and I was going to fill a void.
Mm. You want to feel needed. You want to feel like you're contributing. And
Mhm. Yeah.
so if you found a place that you knew that you could provide um, or meet a need that would increase your confidence. And,
Yeah.
and you mentioned that if it was just going from sort of point A to point B, that would increase your confidence.
Because I'm just going to a place that really needs someone, and they've obviously would have heard something about me so that they see me through those capable eyes, then I think that I would feel better.
Hmm. Increase your confidence that people are not wondering about your injury or
Hmm. Hmm.
what else do you think would increase your confidence that you can go out into the community in the next couple of weeks?
Just, I guess, really knowing like ahead of time, like in talking to the person that I would be doing the volunteer work for. So clearly knowing the expectations, and them maybe like actually not just meeting with me like this, maybe one time meeting me like this, and then the next time me actually like going for like an maybe an interview, although I'd be really nervous about that. I feel like they're fully seeing me, right? And hearing from me like what I'm capable of.
Hmm.
So I'm hired on my own merit.
Part of which, sorry?
Hired on my own merit, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like they know what they're getting, right? Like you're just kind of seeing part of me now, right? And I'm in a comfortable chair, I'm not in my wheelchair, but like they're seeing what they're getting so that there's later on no surprises. That would support me continuing to kind of put myself out there.
So how would you see that happening?
Mm. Well, I think that there's like a volunteer bureau. There used to be one a few years ago anyway, because I did some volunteer work through them. So I think I would have to like there's some online stuff too. So maybe I need to kind of go online and see what they're looking for and where right now, or and maybe even just brainstorm places that are pretty close by even to where I live that might need like a volunteer worker. Like I think ideally like I would just maybe like to go into a nursing home. Like there's lots of people in wheelchairs there, so I'd fit right in, and I could just like go read to some people that don't have a lot of company, and just find out what they like to read, and we could read together.
You have some ideas already how this can come together.
Yeah. Mhm.
How do you feel about the idea of being along some other people who where you're contributing as far as you reading and meeting with other people who might be feeling lonely as well?
I like that. I think that we could build a nice bond. I think that, we could each fulfill something for one another. Like, I think it might be like a nice partnership.
Mm. So there's some advantages there that for you and for the person that you'd be working with or alongside.
I think so. And then I don't think that, like, in that type of environment anyway, I would worry so much about what people are thinking in that. Like, I think they just appreciate whatever I'm bringing to the table because that's how they want to be appreciated for what they're currently capable of.
So you're thinking that they're not going to have these other sort of assumptions or beliefs about you, that they're just going to see you as you are,
I think so.
and that appeals to you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm wondering, is there, as I know we're coming close to the end of our time together, is there some steps that you would feel comfortable to take before maybe you go out to maybe have those conversations? Is there some things that you might need from me before you go out and do that research? Is there anything that you feel I could be helpful with?
Yeah, I think that I'm okay. I think like even today, like I could probably like just go online and just start looking at what the volunteer bureau actually has for postings, and then kind of just use that as like the first step.
You got a lot of ideas, sort of some places where you'd like to go and how you'd like to get there. Would it be helpful for me to follow up with you and meet with you again? Or is this something you feel like you would like to do on your own? What feels comfortable to you?
Um, maybe I don't know, maybe we could connect, like, I don't know what your time is like, but in a week or so, and just, it almost for me, I can get kind of complacent sometimes. Like, I don't like being like that, but I can. For me, it would almost be like having an accountability partner, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. So if I was to set up a meeting for us next week, it would be to check in to see how far you came or how far along you got with connecting with places in the community.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so I will set that meeting up for us. And I just want to thank you for meeting with me today and sharing your hopes for your future.
Thank you. I'm starting to feel excited. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.